This is this third video in this series I'm doing. If you're looking at these videos one right after the other, you're not going to have change. You're not taking the time to actually think about what's going on, how are you feeling inside. I can honestly tell you change does not happen by flipping a switch and just, I'm now a new person. What happens is you need to understand where that perception came from and how it's affecting your life. So take a journal, take a piece of paper, it doesn't have to be a journal, and write down the things that you can remember from your childhood. The good, the bad, the indifferent, doesn't matter. Write them down. Ask yourself how it made you feel at that time when you had to share a can of Pepsi and get all the backwash. Because I was the youngest, so I got the last of the can. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough to have the first drink. Why did I always get the end? Because I was the littlest, I was the smallest, I wasn't allowed to complain about it, or I wouldn't have got any. It made me feel not heard. So I started looking at all those things that I perceived as a child, I gained that perception of how it made me not feel good enough. We lived in a trailer. Then I started seeing how kids lived in bigger houses, 2-story homes. And I realized, oh, we don't even have enough room for the 5 kids we do have. It started getting a perception of we were poor. Then I started realizing it and living from that, not feeling good enough, not feeling like everybody else. It created feelings. Your feelings is what you feel about yourself, not what somebody's doing outside of you. Anybody reflects that back to you, it's the part of you that doesn't feel good enough. That's what triggers you. Somebody could say something to you that you don't like, and you take it to heart and you get really hurt from it. Ask yourself why you're really hurt. Honesty is going to be your biggest thing to change. Because most of us aren't honest with ourselves. Because our ego, inner child, shadow, whatever you want to call it, that's the thoughts in your brain, is what's going to try to tell you something different. Well, there's nothing wrong with me. Everyone outside's the problem. When you realize you're operating from that ego of not feeling good enough, not feeling there's love in your life, companionship, friendship. Why do I constantly give and get nothing in return? All those things happen because you're vibrating at a frequency of lack. And once you change how you feel about yourself, people show up in your life to meet you where you are instead of you chasing it. So to continue the series, I'm going to keep adding things to look at. Take your perception of life and write it down. Think about how you felt about those things that happened in your life when you were a child. Did you get the nurturing from your mom and dad? Did you get the time that you needed? Were you told that you're shy and your whole life you felt shy but actually wanted to be heard? All those things is what you gained your perception of. And your reality right now is reflecting the perception that you got from your life as a child. That is a fact. And you can actually take what you experienced as a child and take a good hard look at your life now. What is it reflecting to you? Or what has it already reflected to you? I hope this helps somebody today. There'll be more to the videos, but I think you need to take the time to really think about the perception that you have of life. Because if you can't understand the perception that you have of your life, you are not going to be able to change it. You truly need to understand how you're perceiving the world. Are you perceiving it in a negative way, a positive way, or are you trying to fool yourself and say, oh, life is really good? Think about it. Have a great day.